Hey everyone, it's been quite a while since I've uploaded something. I've been really busy. I just wanted to do a video updating and talking about my weight loss and bodybuilding. I have lost about 31 kilos. Then I put 1 kilo back on, so we can, I don't know, 31 sounds kind of better, but yeah, I started off at 102 at the heaviest, and then I got down to 71, and I've held about that weight for about the last month now. Started losing weight about March. Finished losing weight about, I don't know, November, September, somewhere around there. But yeah, I started working out again at the start of the year. My partner wanted to get back in the gym and she wanted me to come with, and I fell in love with it again. I worked out as a teenager, but I didn't really know anything about nutrition, or about training, so I never really got great results. But going back to it, I started to do a lot of research into diet and nutrition, and my results, to me at least, have been quite phenomenal. Back at the start of the year, there's no way I'd be seen on YouTube with my shirt off. But, you know, because this is a weight loss and body transformation video. Alright. That is quite a change from the start of the year. Basically, I had no definition in my arms and was a bit of a doughboy. But yeah, there's quite a difference from the start of the year. Just I had no definition in my arms at the start of the year. And you know, there's room for improvement, but that is a massive difference. It's like an anatomy chart. What is... You can just see the muscle underneath the skin. It's kind of freaky. But, yeah. Alright. Before anyone walks in and starts asking uncomfortable questions about why you're watching a video of a topless guy, I'm going to put my shirt back on. So, yeah. 30 kilos down. It was not part of a survivalist health thing. It was just kind of, I wanted to get back into bodybuilding. But now that I've gotten back into bodybuilding and developed a real interest in diet, nutrition, and exercise and health fitness, I've been seeing a lot of ways that I can integrate that into my survivalist and prepper lifestyle. I feel that my survivalist and prepper view on food probably helped me I really got into meal prepping, as in like preparing meals for the week, as opposed to huge stockpile of food in case of zombies or ape revolution or Steve. But there's been quite a bit of crossover, and I might do some videos about some of that kind of stuff. And I would make an argument that bodybuilding would be good for being a survivalist or a prepper, but that should probably be its own separate video. Probably address how I achieved this. The short version is diet and exercise. However, my exercise style changed a lot over the last year, and my diet changed quite a bit. I ended up kind of developing my own system that works for me, and for my goals, because not everybody has the goal of trying to lose fat while retaining muscle, or even possibly building muscle. So I was doing a bodybuilding diet. Basically, I started off doing a bodybuilding version of flexible dieting, if it's your macros, but trying to keep sugar low. I didn't focus on all of the macros. I did kind of the more simplified version of focusing on protein. I copied Arnold Schwarzenegger's formula of 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. I listened to a lot of stuff on bodybuilding from Arnold Schwarzenegger, and that was what he did. And I looked at a bunch of other people, and they're all like agreeing that that's a pretty good place to start, so I did that. So I focused on the protein and total calories. And I just let the fat and carbs kind of just work themselves out with that, while trying to keep sugar low. Except for after working out. I allowed myself 30 grams of sugar in the form of lollies after a heavy session in the gym, working out. I did weights. Very little, virtually no cardio this whole time. So I lost about 30 kilos, virtually no cardio. Like, I could probably count the amount of cardio sessions I did on both hands. Because I hate cardio. It sucked, and I didn't enjoy it, and I just didn't have the time. I'm a very busy person, and so it was a fight for me to get an hour to an hour and a half to go to the gym. Some days I was lucky to get half an hour and 45 minutes, but I was aiming for an hour in the gym. Most days of the week it's changed. I probably overtrained a lot throughout this last year. I'm just really pushing myself to the point where I'm not recovering properly, so I had to dial it back. Now I would ramp it up, because weightlifting is actually kind of addictive. I just love it so much. Just a lot of enjoyment in actually lifting weights, the pump, just the challenge. But also, I wonder if I've just given myself kind of like a what do they call it? Pavlovian response, because I would work out and I would have sugary foods afterwards. So maybe I've just tricked my brain into being addicted to the bodybuilding, when really it's just associating bodybuilding to the pleasure response of the sugar. I don't know. But basically I had heard, and I've recently learnt that this is probably not a real thing. Heard somewhere people reckon that if you spiked insulin by having a bit of sugar after you work out, it helps drive protein into the muscle and carbohydrates into the muscle to speed up recovery and increase muscle gains. I don't know if that's real, but you know what? I did it. It's maybe not the best idea. But you know, I'm just being honest. I did it. Might not have any scientific basis. It might have just been bro science. It might be total nonsense. It might have even been bad for me. I only allowed myself to have 30 grams worth of sugar, so that's like 30 grams worth of sugar in the form of lollies. I could only have that after a massive brutal workout. So for exercise, I did virtually no cardio. I hate cardio. I hate running on treadmills, and it's not fun. And you know what? It wasn't really necessary for my goals, which was to build muscle, lose fat. You probably count the amount of cardio sessions I did on both hands for the whole year. Because, you know, cardio does not actually burn fat. It doesn't magically burn fat. It burns calories. And the way you reduce mass is by a caloric deficit. Whether or not you do cardio is irrelevant. I mean, otherwise no one would ever starve to death. They would just have to not do cardio. But, yeah. Full disclosure, my job is super physical. And some days are easier than others, but, you know, I'm a bushland regenerator. If you don't know what that is, it's kind of similar to being a ranger, but different. We work with a guy who used to be a ranger, and they used to do some fun stuff we don't get to do, so you know, it's similar to that. Basically, we go out into bushland or natural areas, and we find the invasive weed species that are not meant to be there, and we kill them. That can be with herbicide or manually. So I spend days hiking around with a spray pack on, or physically removing, or hand pulling. I've done weeks where I pretty much just rip lantana out of the ground, which is, if you don't know what it is, it's this huge bush that's like a huge hedge covered in little spikes. The spikes aren't that bad as long as you're wearing gloves, but they can rip you up. But you know, we've got protective equipment, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, basically just ripping these things out of the ground. Sometimes we also got hack them down, and if they won't come out, we'll cut them down and spray them, and you know, lots of manual handling. Sometimes we'll be up and over valleys and mountains, and just with a heavy pack on, just really rucking. So yeah, I get paid to basically go hiking. Oh, it's awesome. And of course, some days we're doing wood chipper work, and we're you know, cutting down trees or cutting off large limbs that are basically the size of trees, and either moving huge logs or just moving whole trees within being realistic, but you know, moving heavy pieces of wood through the bush or over obstacles or to a chipper, or so you know, a lot of physically demanding stuff. So yeah, for people who, it was so annoying. People were like, you shouldn't be doing bodybuilding. You should be doing something functional. Do my day job. That's enough functional exercise. You know, lifting logs, and let's not get into that debate. But yeah, basically, I wanted to build more muscle. So, and bodybuilding interested me. Cardio does not. And my time was limited. I'm a very busy person with a lot of responsibilities, and it was not always possible for me to get to the gym and work out for an hour. I tried to when it was a training day, and I probably ended up overtraining quite a bit. But let's say, if I can only get 1 hour to train, would I rather be doing cardio or lifting heavy weights? Of course I want to be lifting the heavy weights. That's the fun thing. But also, that's the thing that stimulates muscle growth. And when you're in a caloric deficit, it tells your body that, yeah, we need these. We need the muscles. Don't get rid of them. Burn the fat instead. Whereas if you're just jogging or doing, on a treadmill, cardio, your body may be a bit inclined to get rid of some of the muscle mass that you're not really using. So I used a heavy bodybuilding exercise routine with trying to build strength and muscle mass while in a slight caloric deficit to reduce body fat. And I'm pretty happy with the results. So yeah, I did not have time or desire to do cardio, and it's not really necessary. You lose weight by caloric deficit, not magically through cardio. So I achieved my caloric deficit through diet. And that's what I think really made the difference. I used the ratio I got off of Arnold Schwarzenegger of 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight per day. So that's 2.2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. And I worked out a meal, kind of like a meal plan. I did the sort of a flexible dieting approach at first, but then eventually I kind of morphed it into my own system. Yeah, I just wanted to get a video out there so I can finally start bulking. Just wanted to, before I start putting weight on again. I should hopefully get some more videos out. I want to start doing, kind of don't want to become a fitness channel, but I would like to do a few things like that, especially if I can integrate it into my survival stuff, prepper fitness, survival fitness, and diet and food preps and dieting and crossover, and like how the two can, knowledge of each can benefit each other, and hopefully get in. Oh, and hopefully get some armoring videos out. It's been kind of annoying. Because I've lost 30 kilos, I've had to constantly resize my armor. My breastplate and backplate have gotten so much smaller, and yet my arms have actually gotten larger, so I've got to resize everything. Crazy. Alright everyone, see yous.